Hello to all the baddies and all the whiskies. It's Bella coming at you in another video.
Let me pick your brain when the dark is closing in. See, they want to love you now when they try to take you down. We be flying off the ground when the world is going out.
So today's video is a very exciting video. It's been literally highly requested. Like, people keep asking me all the time over and over. I'm just like, guys, like, just wait, like, I got you. And when I mean highly requested, I mean like I think 5, maybe 6 people have asked me, but to me that's a lot of people. But today we are doing the long-awaited, by the 5 people that asked me, the long-awaited updated makeup routine. I know everyone's been waiting. I get it. I got you guys. Like, don't worry, don't fret, it's here. But on a serious note, today we're doing my updated makeup routine, and I'm really excited to show y'all because, like, no cap, I don't mean to come off as conceited any type of way saying this, but no cap, the makeup eats. Because in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Everyone is entitled to their opinions. You can say anything you want about me. But in my opinion, I feel like if someone tries to sit there and tell me, like, obviously I can have a bad day, but like if someone tries to sit there and try to tell me on a regular that my makeup doesn't look good, I'm sorry, you're just a hater. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know, man. But anyway. But in comparison of my makeup routine from last year to this year, there are a few things that I added, and I feel like now I like officially have really just I wouldn't say mastered, but kind of mastered my base. At least to me, I feel like I'm very content with makeup routine right now. Very, very content. Eventually, I want to learn how to do like eye makeup and do shadows, stuff like that. But that trick is hard. That trick is really, really hard. But we're getting on that. And we're going to be trying them out. And I'm going to be filming them for you guys. But I will be putting everything. I will be saying like the names and the products throughout the video. But we'll be putting all the products, the shades, everything, and links for all of the stuff. All that good stuff in the description if y'all want to know. So yeah, and y'all should definitely check out the little short I want to say preview, but the little short version I made on my TikTok and on my Instagram. So, and on shorts on here. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. I look so crusty, it's actually ridiculous. So we're gonna start off. Look at my new little mannequin, guys. Isn't it so cute? Come take it on sewing. I love. Anyways, so we're gonna start off with my brows, of course. So your girl has had a journey with her brows alone, because my brows were the first thing I ever learned when starting to learn how to do makeup at like 13. And if you saw my brows look at that age, I'm glad I went through like that whole awkward stage of like learning how to do makeup at an early age. Like, I wasn't wearing like face makeup or anything at that age, but I like slowly, gradually went up. I go in with the Anastasia eyebrow brush. I forgot the number. I think it's number 12. And then the Anastasia pomade in the shade Ebony. And the way I do my brows is kind of, or the way like I do them is kind of weird. I use a baby wipe and like I put product on the brush, and then I use a baby wipe to like kind of sharpen it, because I feel like if I don't do that, like I can't get like a sharp, clean line the way I want it to. And honestly, I am wasting so much product doing that, but I can't hold myself for some reason. So then I just go back in with the brush and like brush out the front, because you want the front to look too dark and crazy, because then it just looks unnatural and looks like block brows. But y'all should know that already. And then I go in with actual baby wipe and I wipe off like this little line to clean up everything and to make sure everything looks good. I go in with this little, my Tati got it for me off of Amazon, so I don't know the actual name and I need to find out because I'm almost running out. But it's like this little eyebrow, it's one of those little eyebrow pencils to where like it like brushes on as like hair strokes. And I remember she got this for me because I've accidentally shaved half my brow off twice now. Once in August of last year, when we were doing like a little girls' night at her house. We were doing like a little self-care night. And first of all, I like fell asleep with the mask on, so I left it on for too long. And it was a peel-off mask, and I was peeling it off, and I did not realize that my Tati was peeling it off, and I did not realize until she started peeling it off that she put it on my brows by accident, or like a little part of it. Brow kind of wiped away, and I cried, but that's okay. And then it happened a second time this year, which I actually got on camera and everything. That time, like, I wasn't that serious because I was like, you know what? this happened to me once, we could deal with it again. Because my brows actually grow back, or at least the tails of my brows grow back really fast. So now that I finished doing that, we're just gonna, I like to like keep it put to the side because I go back and touch up again after I like put on all my face makeup and everything. But I use the NYX brow glue in the clear shade to actually set my brows. I used to use like this e.l.f. one that was like a wax stick, but that one just like doesn't hold my brows well, or at least like I would only use it to like hold my brows if like I'm actually doing them like this. Like if it was like a regular day and I'm not wearing makeup and I want to set my brows, like that junk was not gonna work. But this works for both purposes, so less money to spend. But anyways, now we're gonna move on to the whole face makeup. So I use 2 different primers, but first I go in with the e.l.f. poreless putty primer. I just like both of them. Like, I don't know, it feels weird to me. Like, I'm so used to it now, it feels weird if I use one and not the other. Then I go in with the, where did I put it? The e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, the pink niacinamide one. I don't know, I just like this one better than the blue one just because it's pink. So I don't really feel like it's like that. I don't know, is it really, I mean, obviously it has niacinamide, but does it like do any different in my opinion? No. So then we go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter in the shade 6 or tan/deep. And this is the only form of like foundation I actually like besides the Fenty skin tint, but I only use that one if it's like a special occasion. I just like don't grab that one as often because this one's just a little lighter. My only complaint about this product is the fact that if you put in like a makeup bag, it leaks everywhere, and I don't get why. Like, I don't know, like it's just one thing I'm just like, bruh. Then I go in with the Real Techniques brush in the brush, I was about to say in the shade brush 200. Now we're gonna go in with concealer, and we're going over to OG, my fave, the LA Pro concealer. I use the shade Fawn, which I feel like literally every black girl uses. And then for my lighter shade, and then for my shade that like actually matches my skin tone, use the shade Espresso. And stop talking! Tried other concealers. Well, that's a lie. I've tried one other concealer, but nothing just beats it. I don't know if it's just because I'm like so used to the formula. Because I think for me with the concealer, it needs to be creamy and not like liquidy. Even if it's like a water-based concealer, I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I can't like blend it. It blends out too much and it just makes my whole face look like a shade or two lighter than it actually is. And then I go in with the Espresso shade that's actually like my shade. And I go in like in the middle parts under my eyes, and then on my eyelids, and then like anywhere I have like really noticeable dark marks, which is usually like all the time. Now we set with the Morphing setting spray. I personally feel like this is like a setting spray to use at like the very end of your makeup routine. It still works, but I won't use it alone, pretty much. Like, it's still really good, but I'd use that and then something else on top of it. But it's a really good, like, what's the word they use? Like, not setting spray, but like melting. Like, it just like, it's good to use in between steps, pretty much. I don't know the specific term off the top of my head for some reason. And I love the mist on this thing, bro. I have this, it's the same thing, but it's like this coconut version I got off of TJ Maxx because I ran out of like the regular black one. But yeah, so now we're gonna let this sit. I usually grab this little a little craft board because I have yet to sit here and actually buy like a handheld. I want to get just like a fancy, like, be like, you know. But for now, I'm gonna just use this. Now, normally I would let this sit and dry. I'll let it sit and dry for like a few minutes, but I can't like take my time the way I want to because that places to eat. But normally I would, that's not really true there either. But when I have the time, I would like sit and let it like sit for like 5 minutes. But we're gonna let it sit for like at least 2 minutes just to like, because when you let it sit for longer and actually let it set and dry, not like fully dry, but like let it set and like half dry, I guess, it gives more coverage. But when I blend, I like to use like a little angled brush, and I like to work my way from the bottom to the top for some reason. I don't know. Well, usually I do everything first and then I go back and do my eyes. You want to make sure you pat, not swipe. pat. Yeah. And then of course to actually blend underneath my brows, I go in with like this little, is this the brush? Yes it is. This little, like, you see? Yeah, like a little flat. Yeah. Sure. I can't like name the like any brush from this little brush that I have, because like this is just like a random set I got from TJ Maxx. I really want to get the like blinged out one. I don't know if y'all ever seen that. Like, it's like either you can find out like TJ Maxx. Like, I've been searching for that junk since like not last year, but since 2 years ago. But I can never find it in my area, and I know the website where I can buy it off of, and I kind of want to buy it and just bite the bullet and treat myself. But it's like $60. And I don't know, I need to like, I want to watch like as many reviews as possible to like find out if I really like it, or like not find out if I really like it, find out if the quality of the brushes are good, because these ones are amazing. I got these for like $20. They're like really soft, and some of them are like dense and everything. Now we're gonna go in with contour, and this is the reason why I had to film this video over again, because yesterday I totally forgot to put on contour. Anyways, I use the Juvia's Place bronzer. It's like it's called a bronzer. I know the difference, but I didn't know there was like cream bronzers. Like, I didn't know that was a point, but I use it as a contour. But it's in the shade Cocoa because I don't know, I just don't feel the need to bronze my face and like make it, I just don't feel the need to do that. But anyways, I use this little brush, and we just do like a straight line, or not a straight line, like that, and then like that. Yeah, it looks a little crazy, but once it's blended out and everything comes together, it just, you have to trust the process, you know? It's gonna turn out great, I promise. Then I go with this Real Techniques angled brush in the shade, oh, why I keep saying the shade? I think it's number 401, 407. I'll have it linked down in the description. I can't right now. I'm gonna move on to blush, my favorite part. What time is it? I act like I have all the time in the world right now. I have 40 minutes. We got this. So I go with the cream blush first. This is the Juvia's Place liquid blush. They're super chef's kiss pigmented in the shade Marigold. You know, oh, I never mentioned that this video is most def like majority drugstore. I'm just considering Juvia's Place drugstore. I base off of the way Ulta has their store set up, because you know, one side is drugstore, one side is high-end. This is on the drugstore side, so that's why I'm considering it. Because I don't know about y'all, but this comes from someone that loves makeup. I'm sorry, I'm not sitting there and spending $30 on one product. Actually, that is such a lie, because I have 2 products in here that I definitely spent $30. But like full face wise, because like I be sitting there, I be like racking up my cart on like online or Ulta, and I'd be like, it'd be $200. I'd be like, dang. And it'd be like 24 products too. I'd be like, dang, excuse me. I want to imagine how much, like, well, half of the stuff they wouldn't have Sephora, but I wouldn't even want to imagine like full face would be for me at Sephora. That junk is not in my tax bracket at all. I'm good. But yeah, I have 2 products. I only have 2 products in here that are high end, I believe. Oh, and the Anastasia. Yeah, so 3. But other than that, everything else is drugstore. Because your girl just can't. And even like the products I do have, I just ended up getting them high end because when I first found out about those products, first started using them, I think I just like saw what was the first recommended, and that's what it was. So, and I just got used to it at this point. But I know like my setting powders, my 2 setting powders are definitely high end, and I know the Fit Me loose setting powder is also really, really good. So I'll definitely want to try that one out. Yeah, so I go with the shade Marigold, and it looks coral, but once it's blended out, it looks a lot more pinkier. It doesn't look like it on camera, but I promise it is. Like, I promise, guys, it looks more pink. I promise it does. Bear with me. So now we're going to actually set my face. So before that, I like to go in with a smaller concealer brush if I can find it. No. Hello? Broski. Oh, okay. It's hiding. Anyway, so I go in with the Real Techniques concealer brush, and I keep saying in the shade number 211, and I just go in and blend out under my eyes again, because I mean, people be sitting there and be like, oh my gosh, like, you know, my under eyes creased, woo, woo. And I get it to a certain extent, but sometimes it'd be like, bro, it's inevitable. You have lines under, everyone has lines under, I'm pretty sure literally everybody has lines under their eyes. That's completely fine. Like, that's inevitable to have, like, you're gonna have a few little lines. And me, frankly, I don't care. But I do like to go in and just blend it out one more time before I put on setting powder, because then if I don't, I'm setting the creases. Even though the creases are gonna get back up again, I don't want to make more creases. You know what I mean? You get it. You get it. So I set my face 3 times. So first we go in the loose setting powder that we use is kind of like just to highlight some points, because it's a little lighter than my actual setting powder. Ooh, oh, that was what I spilled. So I use the One Size setting powder in the shade Sweet Honey. And I think last year I made my complaints before, not really complaints, just my comments about the shade. And that I feel like it's just a little too light in the darker shade, because the second darkest, and then the darkest shade is just too dark for me, and I feel like I need something in the middle. But I did hear that he recently came out with like 3 new shades, so I need to try them out. And I think one of them will be more of like a shade that I'm looking for, like a buttery color. So yeah, so I tap it on the lid, of course, and then use a little powder puff, and then I tap it on my hand, because with this one we're not really baking, we're just setting my face, and it's just to really like highlight certain points. Like, you see how much lighter that is? Yeah, it's just to highlight certain points in my face. So I do under my eyes, like to cut right here to make it my jaw look, I don't know if it's supposed to make my, would that make my cheekbones look higher or just make my jaw, I don't know, but I just like the way it looks. And then my chin, and then in between my brows right here, because that's where I crease, that's where, oh, and my smile lines, even though I can't really do much about that because I get creases there regardless, but I try. So as you can see, it's a very thin layer, so it's not really baking. In comparison to how I'm gonna do my baking, you're gonna see this is a very thin layer. Now we're gonna go in with the Fit Me powder, poreless powder, in the shade 360 Mocha. This junk is also holy grail. This junk is holding me down. And then I use this giant powder puff I have that I got off of Amazon, and we just tap everywhere else. So now we're gonna actually bake. So I like to use the Dermablend Professionals loose setting powder in the shade Warm Saffron, and this one's like a little more my shade. It's not as light as the One Size one, so this is why I actually bake with this one. And I prefer to use 2 setting loose setting powders, just because I live in South Florida and it's hot as hell here, and I don't want to sweat off my makeup. So for this, I don't tap it on my hand, I just kind of tap it in the lid, not really to tap any excess off, but just to hold it all in one place, and then actually go in and bake, and you're gonna see how hefty it is. This one we definitely go ham, because we're gonna like wipe off half of it once we let it sit for a little bit. Now we're gonna actually do my eyes. I have 28 minutes. Okay. We got this. Anyways, so now we're gonna do my eyes. So first I like to use Falsies. The first First I like to actually put mascara on my eyes, because I've come to realize that when I don't, because of all the powder and everything I put, it gets all over my eyelashes, so it's so obvious. Not like I care, I'm not trying to make it look really realistic and look like the Falsies are like my natural eyes, because natural lashes, because obviously they're not, but it just looks goofy, because it's like, it looks like little brown, and then you see, like, you know, you can just see it doesn't blend. So I like to actually use mascara on my eyes. So first I go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Base Primer, and this junk really is the holy grail. I feel like my lashes, it already made, like the mascaras I use already make my lashes look long, but it's just like bumps it up all the way. Then I go in with the Maybelline Falsies mascara. I just started using this recently, so I have a little travel size, but I really like it. I like to go in with this one first, because like a voluminous mascara, and then I go in with a lengthening one. And then I go in with the Maybelline Sky High mascara, because this one's more lengthening, as a final coat. And I have to put it like over my lash too, because for some reason like the white still shows from the primer. I try my best not to go too ham, so then I don't look like I have spider eyelashes, but I probably already do. So now, if I can grab them, these junks are my holy grail. A bit of an anecdote. So with these 2 styles, right, they don't come in their own set, so they don't come in like a giant set like this. They come in like a multi-set of like 5 different styles, but I just bought in so many of their sets that I got to the point to where I could pretty much put them all together into one set, because these are my favorites. They don't sell them like all like this separately. I hope that makes sense. So I will say though, I will inform. So this style is like the top two of like that multi set, and then this style is gonna be like, oh sorry, this style is gonna be the bottom two. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. But we're gonna use this style today, which this one actually comes in its own set. Like I said, I'm gonna have everything in the description, so don't fret. I know everybody wants to know what lashes I use. Like, I get it, guys. But now that my eyes are all done, now I'm gonna actually go back and finish the rest of my face. So I wipe off the rest of the bake, but I do pat in the under eyes first, because I realize when I don't do that, I feel like when I wipe it off, it kind of makes my under eyes look a little patchy. So I do that first, and that like kind of helps eliminate the problem. I hate the fact that my sign always flashes. I don't know why it does that. Like, bro, I just got that junk like last year too. Like, fix yourself. Then I just go in with a big fluffy brush and wipe off everything else. So then at this point, I go back in with my pressed powder, the Fit Me powder, and I go in with the actual brush this time. And I just go back and I like touch up any areas I feel like I need to. Usually like it's the little crevices of my nose. And then sometimes just to help blend this, because I like it, like, to other people it may look unblended, but I kind of like it looking a little unblended, because I feel like I just like the way that it looks. But I still try to like make it look a little realistic. So now we're almost done. Now we're gonna go on my favorite part, lash again. So this time we use a powder brush, of course. We got time, guys. We got, I can do the amount of time, but a little more than 15 minutes. It's 12:11, so whatever, you do the math. Anyways, I don't know how I'm in nursing school for real. Anyways, so I go in with the Juvia's Place powder blush, the volume 5 set, and I go in with a different little brush that's like a little more dense. And I use the pink shade down here, and we just top that and we go ham. Yeah, we go ham. And I don't really care if I look like a clown. It's just the way life goes, you know? Blush will always be the best part, and no one can tell me different. Okay, maybe that's a little too much. That's fine. And then I don't really like tap for my nose. I just use whatever's left on the brush, because if I do that, then I actually look like a clown. So now we're gonna do the last part besides my lips, which is highlighter. So I go with the Juvia's Place loose highlighter. I don't know the name of the shade, because every time I read this, I know it says the Royalty, but I know that's not the name of the shade. I know the name of the shade was like something else. Like, I feel like the Royalty is like the name of like maybe a line within the, I don't know. But this junk is, oh, I almost spilled it. It's super, super pretty. It's like a really pretty like champagne gold. And I just take whatever is on the lid and just go ham. So going with a little smaller brush, and I just do my nose and then under like the arches of my brow. This is when we'll go back in and just touch up on like the tails of my brows, because I feel like sometimes like with all the powder and all the face makeup, it kind of takes away the sharpness that was once there. So now we're gonna go ham with the setting powder. So first setting spray. So first go in with the Morphe setting spray again. We're gonna let that fully dry, and then we're gonna go in with another setting spray. So now we're gonna go in with the Kimchi Stage Proof Matte Setting Spray. I really like the setting spray. It's not transfer proof, but it does hold everything really, really well. Like, there was a time I went to the gym with a full face because I just want to see how good this worked, and it did not budge. Like, I had a little bit of oiliness, but other than that, like, that junk did not budge at all. And it was like a leg day too, and I go hard on leg days, like, so I was very impressed. So cop it. I just wish that this one had like, it was like a spray mist instead of like little spritz. Like, I just love the, like, I love the mist on the Morphe setting spray. So I wish like every setting spray was like that. Now we're going with the best part that really just, I feel like really makes my makeup look the way it looks and make it the way I like it to be. So now we're doing my lip combo. I love my lip. My lip combo and I, we're like this for real. Yin and yang. But anyways, so first I go in with the NYX Line Loud lip liner in the black shade. This is the only, like, this is the best lip liner, I can't even lie. Like, there was a time I literally was out with my friends when we went to go eat seafood boil, and my friend actually like, girl, what lip liner are you using? Because your lip liners are not, but like the rest of my lip combo obviously did because they were lip oil, but she's like, that lip liner barely budged. So what is it? We just go in, we're gonna line my lips, and I do like, I put a little more on the corners, just a tidbit. It just depends on my mood for the day, because sometimes I feel like I put too much and my lip combo turns out a little too black, and then sometimes I feel like I put too little and it turns out a little too pink. So we just trial and error. What I really like about this lip liner is that it's like goes on matte and everything, but like putting it on is it's creamy, so it like makes it easy to put on. You know, I hate like matte lip liners because then it's just so hard to put on, and just makes my lips feel too chapped, and I just can't. But anyways, for the lip oil, I flip-flop between these two. So I flip-flop between the NYX Fat Oil in the shade That Chic. It's a little more purplish, and then the e.l.f. Lip oil, I just got this like a month ago, in the shade Jam Session. Sometimes I mix the two in, it just depends. But today we're just gonna go in with Jam Session. And then we go in with the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Strawberry Cheesecake, just to make it a little pink, and I just put it in the middle. So yeah, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this big old makeup routine of me showing you guys how I get my face so the way it is. I have literally so many other makeup video ideas I want to do for you guys. I want to do a lot of like, be doing a full face of like trying out a whole new brand, be doing like certain little looks. Like I have so many ideas that I'm so excited to share. So I'm glad we finally got this first video out of the way, because I know this one's the main one I've been wanting to get done. And now we have so much more makeup content coming out. I'm so excited. I love doing makeup, so I'm really excited about it. But yeah, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and comment down below what product in my routine you think you try out or you use. Yeah. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only wrote like once. Life moves fast when you do.